Thanks, Karen. A search and rescue operation's been scrambled off the coast of Nigeria after 2 Americans were kidnapped by pirates at sea. The 2 were on board a ship supplying offshore oil platforms when they came under attack. Washington says it's concerned for their safety. Let's go now to Candyce Kelshall. She's a maritime analyst from Buckingham University's Centre for Intelligence and Security in England. Thanks so much for being with us. You're in touch with people on the ground. What are they telling you about the latest on the situation? And give us a sense of who could be behind this and why it's happening.
This is not a new problem. It's something that's been ongoing for quite some time. In fact, started spiking around 2006. What's happening now is you've got 2 groups of people who possibly could be behind this. On the one hand, maritime bandits who are frequently attacking vessels, ships, oil platforms in the area. And on the other hand, the possibility that MEND, which is defunct as of 2009, but seems to be enjoying a resurgence presently, is now back in business. And this spells difficulty for oil operators and those working offshore, and hyper-alertness needs to occur. The people who have been taken are quite likely onshore at present. They're probably being kept, and these are not people that should be negotiated with. In the past, people who have paid ransoms have quickly been released within a week, and those who have not had ransoms paid have been killed. So this is a situation that needs to be sorted out fairly quickly.
Just give our audience a sense of who exactly is MEND. Are they pirates like the Somalis are? Or
no,
are they maritime bandits? Who are they, and what do they want?
MEND is a group of activists who believe that the Niger Delta should, and the resources that are in the Niger Delta should belong to the people of the Niger Delta. They were offered amnesty by the government of Nigeria in 2009. Most of the groups took that because, of course, MEND is an organization made up of a group of disparate gangs. Some of them agreed, some didn't. And what we're seeing now is that those that disagreed with the amnesty terms are now acting.
There have been other attacks in this area as well, right, in the last 3 or 4 days. Is this also MEND, and is this connected to what we saw with the hostage situation that we're talking about?
There's a very uncertain answer to that, and that is that kidnappings are a regular occurrence in Nigeria by maritime bandits. This is not the first time, and it will not be the last time. But what's concerning analysts is the possibility that MEND may be back in business, because that becomes something with a political intent behind it. And then it means that if there are Americans involved, then there are very real dangers for them. However, we're uncertain at this point which group has done this.
So what should people do that are operating in this region? Should there be more private security on board? What steps should happen?
Not necessarily an option in Nigeria. There are very strict rules about who can and cannot be armed in terms of vessels that are operating in the area, and that generally is in the domain of the Nigerian military. So that's not necessarily an option. What is an option here is properly trained crews on board oil vessels and oil platforms who have a procedure in place and they know how to handle a possible attack. These are different to Somali pirates. It's a completely different group.
How?
Radically different. Somalia has an infrastructure that allows long-term protracted negotiations and ransom payments, and they have the ability to conduct business internationally. These are, in Nigeria, these are gangs who just want quick turnaround of cash, and they're not interested in long-term negotiations. Most negotiations of this nature end within a month.
And it's just cash because they're maritime bandits and they just want money and this is a way to do it, or do they have a political goal?
Well, the bandits want cash. They steal oil. They steal oil vessels. The crews are expendable, really. They want the cargo. Sometimes they want the ship, and they want a quick turnaround of cash. And that's why this must be resolved quickly, because they don't have the infrastructure to keep hostages for long periods of time.
And what's the government doing about this?
Well, I understand that the U.S. State Department is actively involved in getting to the bottom of this, and that the FBI is involved in the investigation, from all my understanding.
Candyce Kelshall, thank you so much. She's a maritime analyst at Buckingham University's Centre for Intelligence and Security. Thanks. You're watching CNN Newsroom live from London. I'm Zain Verjee. Thanks so much for joining us. Stay with CNN.